So we'll start the recording of this meeting and also we'll start with the lecture also. Let me share the screen. Is this screen visible to all of you? Screen दिसते का सगळ्यांना?
Yes.
Okay. So as all of you can see this screen, okay. So in the last lecture, what we have seen in the last lecture, what we have discussed about? Can anybody tell me? Yes. Someone please brief me what we were discussing in the last lecture. I think we have done with the importance of English, right? Okay. From last 2 to 3 lectures, we were discussing about the importance of this language, English language. Okay. So today we are going to start with our next topic, that is the parts of speech. Today we are going to start with the very important topic, that is the parts of speech. Before that, just we will see the information regarding the language. Okay, we will start with the information regarding the language. Okay, so as this subject is for the extension of the communication skills, okay, you are learning communication skills from your diploma level. Also you have seen that you have learned communication skills or professional communication, like these subjects were there for you people. So just we are taking it as for your betterment of the communication skills, whatever the communication skills required for you people, and whatever the basic knowledge of this English language, that we are going to discuss throughout this lecture series. Okay, so this lecture series is based on the whatever basic grammar is there, that grammar will be studied in this lecture series. Okay, so we are going to study the English grammar. Okay, we are going to start with the English grammar, whatever the basic English grammar is there. With that we are going to start with the syllabus. Okay, so before moving towards the parts of speech, okay, so just we will start with the spoken English, whatever the what is called as the spoken English. So though English is not our language, okay, we use it for the communication purpose. Apan English ji language आहे ती, though it is not our official language, or it is not our basic language or regional language or mother tongue, we use it for the communication purpose. We use it for getting different types of jobs or positions in the job. Okay, so it is basically a language. This language is that comes from England. Okay, this language has rooted in India from England. British people brought this language in India, and we are taking the benefits. Okay, we are taking the benefits of this language. And spoken means what? Used in oral form. Whatever the skills, whatever the language skills that we use in oral form are called as the spoken English. Okay, so this is about the spoken English. Then let's discuss about the four aspects of language. So what are the four aspects of language that we are going to study? So the four aspects of the language are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are called as the four aspects of any language. Okay, this is not only related with the English language. This also relates with any other language that we learn or try to learn. Okay, so that's why this becomes very important, and these are the very important four aspects that we learn during the speaking of this English language. Okay, so listening comes first. This is the very first aspect we use for learning any language. Generally, what we do in our childhood, okay, in our childhood, we are surrounded with our family. Okay, we are surrounded with our family members. The family members like mother, our mother is there, our father is there, our brother, and our grandfather, our grandmother is there. Okay, so we are surrounded with them, and they try to speak with you, they try to entertain you with different voices or different types of speaking, or different types of words. Okay, so generally your mother, okay, your mother is your first teacher that started, okay, that start your teaching. Okay, that starts your teaching, or that starts your learning of the language. Okay, so that's why the language we learn from our mother, that language is called as the mother tongue. Okay, so our mother is the first teacher of आवर्स. आपली आई जी आहे ती आपली पहिली टीचर असते. ओके, सो शी try to speak with you or with the child. Okay, ती मुलाशी, तिचे जे बाळ आहे तिच्याशी काय करते, बोलायचा प्रयत्न करते, ती बोलते. ओके, अँड वी जस्ट लिसन टू हर. ओके, we just listen to her, we listen to our parents, and after that we try to copy them. Okay, in childhood itself we try to copy them. We just see whatever the uh, uh, gestures, okay, whatever the gestures are there in the face, on the face of our parents. Okay, we try to look and observe those gestures, those movements of face, movements of lips. Okay, and we try to listen to it. We try, then we start, or we try to start the speaking. त्यानंतर आपण काय करतो, स्पीकिंग. वी ट्राय टू स्पीक, वी ट्राय टू imitate, or we try to copy our father and mother. Okay, we try to copy them, we try to copy our parents. Okay, so that's why listening is the very first aspect. Then there comes the speaking. Okay, so speaking comes next to the listening. Okay, so after speaking, when we become 5 years old or 4 years old, then we are sent to our school. Okay, we are sent to our school. So we start schooling from our fourth year itself, or fifth year. Okay, we go to the KG, or we go to the first standard, uh, and we try to ऑब्झर्व द टीचर. ओके, आपण काय करतो, तिथं टीचरला ऑब्झर्व करतो. ओके, अँड अवर टीचर in first standard or in the KG teaches us to read. So he or she our teacher teaches, we are taught by teacher in our first standard for reading and writing. So our teacher is the second after our parents who teaches us. Okay, so that's why we start reading and writing in the first standard or in the KG. Okay, from the first standard or from the KG, we start reading and writing. Okay, so these are the four aspects of any language, that is LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are called as the four aspects of language. So these are also known to be the four aspects of language. Then moving towards the speaking. So speaking any language needs to know the sounds and letters. Any language is made up of sounds and letters. Okay, words and phrases, sentence, paragraph, and speech. Okay, so sounds, any language learning starts with the learning of sounds and letters, and it ends, okay, it ends at the speech or paragraph writing or paragraph reading. Okay, so speech sounds, okay, speech sounds or letters are the smaller unit of language, and the essay, story, or speech is called as the larger unit. Sounds and letters are the smallest unit of language, and the speech, essay, or story, or book, or novel, this is the largest unit of learning language. Okay. So speaking is also very important aspect, and you need to learn this aspect for getting job, for qualifying the different interviews of कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झाम्स वगैरे असतात, त्या कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झाम्सचे इंटरव्ह्यू क्वालिफाय होण्यासाठी, for qualifying the interviews of the competitive exams, you need to learn speaking English. Okay, speaking English, this is the very important aspect for qualifying any interview or job interview, or for getting job also. The speaking or yes, speaking English is called as the very important aspect. So while speaking English, language, let's start with the language. What is the language? Language is the medium, or it is the way through which we start communication. Language, with the language itself we start communicating with our friends or our family members. Okay, our parents, our colleagues, our staff members, our we can say that company colleagues. Okay, when you will join to any multinational company or IT company, then you will see that you will have to speak with your seniors always with the English language, and with your juniors also you will have to speak with this English language. So for speaking, we you will have to learn a language and its basic structure, its basic grammar that is required for speaking purpose. Okay, so that's why we have this subject CIP, which is included in our course. Okay, this is not any there is no any written exam for this subject. Okay, this subject is only for betterment of your skills. Okay, communication skills. So after seriously doing this course, you will be able to, or you will understand what is required to learn English language, or what is required to learn speaking English language. Okay, so speaking is the second aspect, listening comes first. We try to listen to our parents first, then we try to speak, and when we go to the first standard we try to learn to the reading and writing. So these are the four aspects. Okay, and any language is made up of sounds and letters. Okay, so language, any language, that may be Marathi or that may be English or that may be Urdu. So any language in the world is made up of its sounds and letters. Okay, so letter means what? Whatever the alphabets, okay, whatever the alphabets are there, that are A, B, C, D, okay, up to Z. Okay, so A to Z, these are the alphabets in English language. There are 26 alphabets. Okay, there are 26 alphabets in English language. Some of them are the consonants, and some of them are called as the vowels. Okay, so that's why there are E, E, I, O, U. These five are called as the vowels, and remaining 21 are called as the consonants. Okay, so letters are divided into two parts, vowels and consonants. Okay, and sounds, speaking about sounds, then sounds are something different from letters. Okay, whatever the sounds are there, that sounds are something different from letters or the alphabets. There is difference between letters or alphabets and sounds. So if A is the letter or alphabet, then its sound is like O. Okay, it sounds like O. Then if B is the letter or alphabet, then its sound is like B. Okay, for C, this is alphabet, its sound is S. Okay, its sound is S or K or S. Then for D, D. For E itself. Okay, so there is somewhat difference between alphabets and sounds. Okay, so English has its different sounds, and English has its different vowels and consonants also. Okay, I have discussed about consonants and vowels. Okay, then the larger unit than letter is called as the words. Okay, so words are made up of letters. For example, CAT, cat. If this is called as the word, then its letters are C, A, and T. Okay, CAT. So words are the meaningful arrangement of letters. When vowels and consonants are added, or when they come uh, with meaning, then there forms the word. Okay, any word is formed with the meaningful arrangement of letters. Okay, लेटर जे असतात त्यापासून आपण काय करतो, वर्ड तयार करतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल CAT cat, BALL ball, PEN pen, write, sing, etc, etc. So these are called as words. And what are the phrases? Phrases are nothing but the, when there comes the more than two words, are when they come in connection, then they are called as phrases. Okay, जेव्हा दोन पेक्षा जास्त शब्द एकत्रपणे आपण वापरतो तेव्हा त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, तर फ्रेजेस असं म्हणतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इनस्टेड ऑफ. ओके, इन फ्रंट ऑफ. सो हियर, इन फ्रंट ऑफ. So three words, when they come close to each other, okay, when they come in connection with each other, then they are called as the phrase. Okay, so in front of, instead of, out of. Okay, so these are called as the phrases. Okay, so these are called as the phrases. Then when words and phrases, they are, when they are coming, okay, they are when they are coming in connection to each other, okay, when they are coming in connection to each other, when words and phrases are coming in connection to each other, then there forms the sentence, okay. So any sentence is made up of its different parts, okay. Any sentence is made up of different parts. So that also we are going to learn throughout this subject, okay. So sentence is made up of different parts, and that parts are called as the parts of speech. So sentence structure is made up of parts of speech, and we can use any parts of speech, okay, at any position. Means there, uh, but there are some of the rules, okay. Rules are there for sentence construction or sentence structure. For the formation of any type of sentence, we need to write different parts, okay, at its place only, okay. So when we are going to start with the uh, writing any sentence, then any sentence is started with the subject. कुठलेही आपण सेंटेन्स इंग्लिश मध्ये जेव्हा आपण लिहायचा प्रयत्न करतो, ओके, व्हेन वी ट्राय टू राईट डाउन एनी टाइप ऑफ sentence in English language, generally what happens, we start any sentence of English with the subject, okay. Subject पासून कुठल्याही इंग्लिश वाक्याची सुरुवात होते. Then there comes verb. After that we write verb, okay. That may be auxiliary verb or that might be main verb, okay. So auxiliary verbs and main verbs, these are two types of verbs we try to write with them, okay. Just a second. Okay. So verb, yes, we are talking about verb. So subject plus verb plus object plus other part. So any sentence structure is made up of subject plus verb plus object plus other part of sentence or complementary part, okay. We can call it as complement, okay. So subject plus verb plus object plus complement, this is called as the sentence structure, okay. And after that we are talking about paragraph, okay. So paragraph is made up of many sentences. Paragraph kasa बनतो तर when we write more than 2 to 3 sentences, okay, when we write more than 2 to 3 sentences continuously, then paragraph, we form the paragraph, okay. दोन पेक्षा जास्त sentences जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या वहीमध्ये किंवा नोटबुक मध्ये लिहितो किंवा पेजवर लिहितो, तेव्हा आपण काय करत असतो तर पॅराग्राफ मध्ये लिहित असतो, ओके. सो पॅराग्राफ इज मेड अप ऑफ सेंटेन्सेस. Paragraph is made up of sentences. There might be 10 sentences in paragraph, or 4 sentences, or 3 sentences, or 2 sentences in paragraph. So paragraph has no limitation of writing the sentences. Paragraph ला कुठलाही limitation नाहीये, but we try to make 2 paragraphs on each page of the notebook. आपण जनरली काय करतो तर मिनिमम 2 पॅराग्राफ काय करतो एका पेजवर येतील असं लिहित असतो. So this is about the paragraphs, okay. Then when we write more paragraphs continuously, then it forms the essay or story or speech, or we can say that yes, the speech is also formed with the addition of paragraph. जेव्हा आपण एक पेक्षा जास्त किंवा दोन पेक्षा जास्त पॅरेग्राफ एका वहीमध्ये एका पेजवर लिहितो तेव्हा त्याच्यापासून काय तयार होतं तर स्पीच तयार होतं. ओके, सो स्पीच or essay or any story or any novel, we can say that novel is made up of its essays or stories, okay, or acts, or we can say that प्रसंग असं आपण त्याला मराठीमध्ये म्हणू शकतो. ओके, सो नॉवेल इज मेड अप ऑफ डिफरंट ऍक्ट्स. ड्रामा इज ऑल्सो मेड अप ऑफ डिफरंट ऍक्ट्स. ओके, so this is the basics of the language, any language. Okay, it's not only related with the only English language, it is applied to any other language also in the world. Okay, कुठल्याही लँग्वेज च्या बद्दल आपण जेव्हा बोलतो, when we try to speak of any language, okay, so any language is made up of its constituent parts. Okay, so that's why we are going to learn one by one different parts of the speech. Okay, so from last 10 to 15 minutes, what we are discussing, so we are discussing about the spoken English language. Okay, so any language or English language that when we use in oral form is called as the spoken English. And a language, though it might be English language or it might be any other language, has four aspects. तिचे चार जे आहेत काय आहेत तर अस्पेक्ट्स आहेत, पैलू म्हणू शकतो आपण इन मराठी. So there are four aspects of language. Okay, and they are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are called as the four aspects. Okay, so listening is very important and first aspect. After that, speaking is at the second place. Generally we start with the listening, then we try to learn the speaking. Okay, after speaking we learn how to read. Okay, we learn how to read. Our teacher teach us, or we are taught by our teacher to read any language. Okay, in our childhood, and also our teacher teaches us to write the language. Okay, so these are very important four aspects, and speaking is very much important aspect we need for today's time. Okay, आत्ताचा जो काळ आहे, okay, whatever the today's or we can say that current time. Okay, current time is there. This current time requires the speaking English aspect is very much important. Okay, speaking English aspect is very much important for the current time or current situation. So speaking, why it is important? It is important for cracking the interviews. Okay, or passing the interviews of uh, any post or job also. Okay, so if you want to uh, pass your job interview, so speaking English is, or that this aspect becomes very important. And speaking is having different sub points. Okay, so any language is made up of its sounds and letters. Sounds means what? It is the pronunciation of letters or alphabets. Alphabets are called as the letters, but its pronunciation, when we make pronunciation, then it becomes the sound. Okay, for A we have to pronounce it like O. For B, we have to pronounce like it as B. Okay, so there is somewhat different between sounds and letters. Then after letters, okay, letters are, or words. Okay, words are formed with the addition of letters. For example, cat, ball, pen, sing. Okay, so letters, or we can say that words are made up of the letters. Okay, meaningful arrangement of letters. So, and also the phrases are also made up of addition of the words. When words come to more than two words come with each other, okay, then that forms the phrase, okay. And phrases makes the sentences. Sentence is made up of its phrases and different parts of speech, like we can say that parts of the sentence means what? Subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Okay, so these are the sentence structure or parts of a sentence. And paragraph is larger unit of the sentences. Okay, so when we write sentence after one other, okay, when we write sentence after other, then that makes the paragraph. Okay, so paragraph is formed with the combination of sentences. And speech is the larger unit of any language. Okay, and speech is made up of the addition of paragraphs. Okay, so this is about the spoken English. Okay, yes, so words and phrases. Okay, so words, what is the word? Word is a meaningful arrangement of letters in a language. Word is called as the meaningful arrangement. So any word, if we are going to talk about the cat, so cat is the word which is meaningfully arranged, okay, with the letters. If we take ACT, then that doesn't form cat, okay. If we take TAC, then also that is not the meaningful word, okay. So CAT cat, PALL ball, PEN pen, these are the meaningful arrangement. And phrase is called as the meaningful arrangement of words in a language. So phrase is nothing but the meaningful arrangement of words. For example, instead of, okay, in front of, this is also the phrases. Okay, instead of, in front of, out of. Okay, so these are called as the phrases. When two meaningful words are written down one by one, then it forms the phrase. Okay, so sentence structure is made up of subject plus verb plus object plus other part or complementary part. Okay, and parts of a sentence. Okay, these are called as the parts of a sentence. Meaningful arrangement of words in a language. So sentence is what? Meaningful arrangement of words in a language. जेव्हा आपण अर्थपूर्ण शब्द एका वाक्यामध्ये योग्य क्रमाने जेव्हा लिहितो तेव्हा काय होतं, तर सेंटेन्स फॉर्म होतं. ओके, सो सेंटेन्स इज मेड अप ऑफ द मीनिंगफुल अरेंजमेंट ऑफ words. Then what are the parts of a sentence? The sentence is made up of different parts like subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Okay, so S plus V plus O plus C, SVOC, this is called as the sentence structure. Okay, sentence is made up of its parts of sentence, and SVOC, this is called as the parts of a sentence. Then there, after that, there are different types of sentences. Sentences are of different types. Sentences कसे असतात, तर वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे असतात. ओके, and what are these types of sentences? कुठले कुठले आहेत हे? तर so sentences, there are different types of sentences. Okay, and they are, the first sentence is statement or declarative or affirmative. Okay, we can say statement. when we make any type of statement, okay, when we make any type of statement, or when we uh, uh, declare any type of situation or any type of sentence, then it is called as the statement or declarative sentence or affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentence means what? तर or we can say that affirmative, assertive, yes, assertive sentence, statement or declarative sentence or assertive sentence. Assertive sentence means what? Vidhanarthi, okay, and statement is also called as the vidhanarthi statement or sentence, okay. Vidhanarthi vakya, statement, any type of statement when we make, it is called as the विधान, ओके. आपण काय जे बोलतो ते काय, त्याला काय म्हणतात? स्टेटमेंट म्हणतात, ओके. व्हॉट एव्हर द स्टेटमेंट इज देयर, that comes under the statement or declarative sentence. Whatever we declare or whatever we make the statement comes under the statement or declarative or assertive, okay. म्हणजेच काय? विधानार्थी, okay. Then second one is what? Interrogative. Second type of statement sentence is interrogative. Interrogative means what? Prashnarthi. Okay. Interrogative means prashnarthi. So whatever the questions we ask, okay, whatever the questions we ask these question with the either WH type of words, okay, or yes no type of words. आपण काय करतो? Any type of sentence, okay, any type of sentence, we just try to narrate it with, or we try to start it with the WH type of sentence or yes no type of sentence, okay. WH type or yes no type, and that is called as the interrogative sentence. Then the third type of sentence is imperative sentence, okay. The third type of sentence is what? Imperative sentence. Imperative means what? Ajnarthi, okay. Imperative means what? Ajnarthi vakya. Imperative sentence means Ajnarthi vakya. So give the pen, okay. Give the pen to me. तुझा पेन मला दे. Or pick this box. हा बॉक्स उचल, okay. Bring me a water bottle. पाण्याची बाटली घेऊन ये माझ्यासाठी. Close the door, okay. Close the door. दरवाजा बंद कर. So these are some of the imperative sentences, okay. Imperative means what? आज्ञार्थी, आज्ञा देना, आदेश देना, okay. So these are called as the imperative sentences, okay. Then fourth type is exclamatory sentence. Fourth one is exclamatory sentence. So what are the exclamatory sentences? When we get excited, okay, or when we get surprised, okay. So whatever the words, okay, whatever the words that come out of our mouth, that words are called as the exclamations, okay. Whatever the words that come out of our mouth, or whatever the utterances, okay, that come out of our mouth, that comes under the exclamations, okay. For example, wow, that's a nice experience, okay. Wow, that's a nice experience. तो एक चांगला अनुभव होता. किंवा when we got surprised, okay. So just we get excited or we get fear, okay. There are feelings like fear, excitation, or we can say that yes, excitement, anger, okay, wrath, then happiness, pleasure, joy. Okay, so these are some of the situations, and in these situations we try to utter something. Okay, when we get excited or when we get happy, okay, or when we are in the joyous mood, then uh, there are the words like it's very good, or hooray, or uh, when a pin, okay, or a needle of that pin, that when it touch our skin, then we just make the voice like ouch, or some of the other voices. When we uh, touch a hot pan, then just we drag our hand behind and अरे बापरे, किंवा अशा पद्धतीचे आपण काय करतो, तर एक्सक्लॅमेशन्स आपल्या तोंडातून बाहेर पडतात. ओके, दॅट्स वाय दीज आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ॲज द एक्सक्लॅमेटरी सेंटेन्सेस. ओके, जेव्हा आपण सरप्राईज होतो, ओके, when someone gives surprise to us, we got surprise. Okay, or we, when we are in the mood of anger, जेव्हा आपण रागाला जातो. Okay, so some of the situations are there, these are some of the situations. Okay, and with these situations we just utter something or some words. Okay, and that utterances are called as the exclamatory sentences. So these are the four types of sentences, that is statement or declarative or affirmative or assertive, होकारार्थी किंवा डिक्लेरेटिव्ह किंवा जे काही assertive. Okay, these are called as the statements. Then second type is prashnarthi, that is interrogative sentences. Whatever the sentences that starts with the WH type of words like what, which, whom, who, okay, whose, these are called as the interrogative words or interrogative types of words. And when we start with how much, these are called as the yes no type of words. So generally we start any question with either WH type of words, or we frame any type of question with yes no type of words. Then the third type of sentences is imperative sentence. Imperative means what? Giving orders. Okay, एखाद्याला आज्ञा देणं, okay, किंवा आदेश देणं. Okay, that comes under the imperative sentence. For example, close the door, okay, shut the window, okay, pick the duster, pick up the duster. Okay, these are called as the imperative sentences. And last one is exclamatory sentences. Whatever the exclamations, okay, whatever the exclamations that come out of our mouth when we are in the position of excited, or when we are in the happy mood, okay, or when we are in the mood of sorrow, or when we are in the anger. Okay, so some of the words that come out of our mouth, that are called as utterances. Utterances सुद्धा असं आपण त्याला म्हणतो. Okay, so that are, and those are called as the exclamatory sentences. So this is about the types of sentences. So yes, all of you, are you getting these points? समजतंय का? Yes, whatever I'm teaching here, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yes, it is very basic grammar that we are learning. Okay, we are not going to learn any type of complex grammar. Okay, we are just doing with the basic grammar. Okay, so yes, these are the four types of sentences. Any sentence is made up of its parts, that is subject plus verb plus object plus complement. And there are four types of sentences, that is statement or declarative or assertive or affirmative. that comes under the vidhanarthi. Okay, then interrogative, that is WH type of interrogative or yes no type of interrogative. Okay, what, which, whose, whom, where, when, these are called as the WH types of words. And how much, okay, how many times, these are called as the yes or no types of interrogative. Then imperative means what? Shut the window, close the door, open the box, okay, switch off the fan, switch on the light. Okay, these are called as imperative sentences, ajnarthi. And at the last there comes the exclamatory sentences, म्हणजे सगळे जे आश्चर्य, आपण जेव्हा आश्चर्य व्यक्त करतो तेव्हा त्याच्यासाठी आपण वापरतो एक्सक्लामेशन्स, एक्सक्लामेटरी मार्क. ऍट द एंड ऑफ दॅट सेंटेन्स वी मेक एक्सक्लामेटरी मार्क लाईक हुर्रे, व्हॉट अ बिग animal that is. Okay, so these are some of the exclamatory sentences. So basically this language is made up of sounds and letters, and there are 26 alphabets. Okay, and any language is made up of its words, phrases, okay, uh, sentences, paragraph, okay, and essay, book, novel. These are the larger units of language, and there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, so part of speech we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Just we are having only few minutes. So just first let me take the attendance. Okay, thereafter you have to join to your next lecture. First give me the attendance first. Yes, roll number 1,
Present, sir.
roll number 2,
Present, sir.
3,
Yes, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5,
Yes, sir.
6, roll number 6, roll number 7, 8, roll number 8, 8 is absent, 9,
Present, sir.
10, 11, roll number 11, absent, 12,
Present, sir.
13,
Present, sir.
14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
16, roll number 16,
Present, sir.
17,
Present, sir.
18,
Present, sir.
19, roll number 19, 20,
Present, sir.
21,
Present, sir.
22, roll number 22, absent, 23, roll number 23, 24, 24, 25, roll number 25, 26,
Yes, sir.
27, roll number 27, 28, 29, 30, roll number 30, 31, 32,
Yes, sir.
33, roll number 33,
Yes, sir.
roll number 34,
Present, sir.
35, roll number 35, 36,
Yes, sir.
अजय कोरे, तुम्ही तुमच्या रोल नंबर न जॉईन व्हायचं बरं का.
हा चालतंय सर.
हा पुढच्या लेक्चर पासून, नाही तर मग अटेंडन्स नाही वाढणार.
चालते सर.
Okay. 37,
Yes, sir.
38,
Yes, sir.
39. Roll number 39. 40. Roll number 40, 41. 42.
Present, sir.
Roll number 42 present. 43.
Present, sir.
44. Roll number 44. 45. Roll number 45. 46.
Yes, sir.
47. Roll number 47. 48. Roll number 48. 49.
Present, sir.
50. Roll number 50. 51. Roll number 51.
Present, sir. Present,
52. 52.
sir.
53.
Yes, sir.
54. Roll number 54. 55. 55. 56. 56. 57. 57. 58. यश तिगडे 58 नंबर ना. ओके, तुम्ही रोल नंबर न जॉईन होत चला लेक्चरला. ओके ओके.
पण प्रेझेंट.
हा 51 प्रेझेंट आहेत. 58 हा प्रेझेंट आहेत. 59. रोल नंबर 59. 60.
प्रेझेंट, सर.
61.
Yes, sir.
62.
Yes,
Roll.
sir.
63.
Yes, sir.
64.
Yes, sir.
65. Roll number 65. 66. 66. 67.
Present, sir.
ओके ठीक आहे. याच्या पुढचा जो लेक्चरचा पार्ट आहे तो आपण पुढच्या लेक्चरला पाहूयात. ओके, थँक्यू फॉर जॉईनिंग. यू कॅन जॉईन टू युअर नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. ओके, थँक्यू.
Sir, roll number 20.
रोल नंबर 20. येस, हा मार्क केली तुमची अटेंडन्स.
Okay, thank you.